Hello everyone and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here on Wednesday, November 12th, 2025 for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today's Wednesday construction is by Brad and Nicole Wiegman. Brad has contributed a number of puzzles to the New York Times. Nicole is his daughter and this is her debut. So this is that's quite nice that they could share the construction of this crossword together. And it being Wednesday, we're expecting some theme and some midweek difficulty. We can see some circled squares to set us up for that. So let's get solving for Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Here we go. Protection from an infection. We've had scab in the puzzle, in the grid a few times recently. I suspect that's what they want here. A scab does protect a wound from infection by clotting the blood over it. Movie theater popcorn container, a tub of popcorn, perhaps. Kurt, who fronted Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, R.I.P. Accusative for one. Accusative is a grammatical case. Muff or fluff. Fur? Those examples of a fur coat? That looks really weird with the crosses, but tub could be wrong too. Let me leave it out for now. Be that as it may. Even so? Could be. Image depicted in this puzzle by connecting the circled letters alphabetically. What? What? Okay, I mean, I don't know, but that's quite an ambitious theme, I think. Aristophanes' comedy with the frogs, I think, was one of his comedies. There's also the wasps. I don't know which one we want here. Obviously, the crosses will let us know, but I want to do a few more crosses first. Sailor's patron, Saint Elmo, I think. Patron saint of sailors. Energize. Don't know. Okay, let's check the crosses. Say as if, for example, could be like scoffing. Clam digger pants style. Are those capri pants, probably? First American multi-millionaire. I don't know. I feel like I should, but I don't. Sand colored could be beige. Beverage sometimes served with cucumber sandwiches. This is tea. Cucumber sandwiches often served with afternoon tea. Web addresses, URLs. So what was this? Muff or fluff? Huh? I really don't know what that means. Like the words knackered and chuffed. Oh, British. To muff or to fluff. I guess those are synonyms for to air. I did not know that. Okay. Bowed instruments. Celli, the plural of cello. Haploid cell. An ovum? I really have no idea what haploid means. An ovum is an egg cell. Kiss in Cordoba is beso, Spanish for kiss. Unlucky Wheel of Fortune purchase for cool as a cucumber. N-E and I. So purchase, meaning you're buying a vowel. Cool as a cucumber, the only vowel not involved in there is an I. So probably that's what we want there. They didn't want to have the typical clue for this, which is Singer DeFranco. Prefix with metric, probably isometric. French resistance, a non. And just the word no is, resistance in the sense that it's, sort of pushing back against whatever it is that you're saying. It looks like this is going to be an optical illusion, but I wonder what kind. Is this aster, maybe? Energize, to fire up, perhaps. That would make Fort Collins School CSU. I don't know where Fort Collins is. Colorado, maybe? Fort Colorado State University? I'm really not sure. Late night host Jack. Oh. Jack. I really don't know. Remote batteries. Remote batteries. Like AA batteries for a remote control for a television set. King George blank, Hamilton character, the third, I think. Hawaiian souvenirs lei, so that makes sense. Great service provider. Great service provider? Great service provider? A provider of great service? I don't know exactly what we're after here. Another late night show host here. Seth. Late night host Seth. Isn't it Seth Meyers? And doesn't that have more than 4 letters? Or there's another Seth? Some high school teams. Company that merged with Neiman's in 2024, or Neiman's. Sunblocker. Sunblocker. Could be anything. Website with a conservadox option? Is this JDate? The Jewish dating website? This is a wild guess, but some high school teams, are these juniors? Like a junior varsity team? Sunblocker. Some of this is guessing, so I don't... Social blank. Social... Don't know. It keeps you in the dark. Brand whose customers made its Super Bowl ad in 2025. I did not see any of the Super Bowl ads. Let's call it a tie, maybe? Condiment sometimes known as rooster sausage is sriracha hot sauce. This could be, let's call it a tie. Could be. Free pass in sports. No, I don't think so. Let's call it a day makes more sense. A free pass in sports is a buy. Had that in the grid on Sunday or Tuesday, I don't remember. Many Pablo Neruda works are odes. Is this Doritos made its Super Bowl ad? That could be, right? Put out. Sporty convertible. Great service provider. Hoarse voice could be a rasp. Bad time for Caesar the Ides of March, when he was assassinated. Stiff, although I'm sure that was a fine time every year other than the year in which he was assassinated, which was what, 43, 44 BC? I don't remember which. Stiff, rigid, could be a synonym for stiff. Excuse me. Sorry, you could say. Like some ironed shirts and fall air, crisp like the air outside. The Spanish tragedy playwright Thomas, I don't know. Appetites could be urges, maybe. Things you have an appetite for, things you have an urge for. That might be right. Is it too risky? Do I dare? So this is Jack Parr. That sounds vaguely familiar. What some people think this puzzle's image represents. A duck? Thomas Kidd? Goodness. No name. No name. Grocery aisle enticement. Grocery aisle enticement. A sale or something? Fish in a poke bowl. Probably ahi tuna. Great soccer Rapinoe. What's her name? Megan, I want to say. Sorry, soccer great Rapinoe. Wrinkly fruit. Prune, possibly. A wading bird could be a heron. With a clean slate could be anew, starting anew. Elliot of the Untouchables. Elliot Ness, I think. Pixelated, informally. Cable show covering the red carpet. E-Muse? Oh, this could be a sample. A grocery aisle enticement could be a sample. A pixelated could be low res. Okay. Image in this puzzle. Looks like figure, maybe? 4-term pres. Is that FDR? I thought that was illegal. Tubular could be rad. UK home. Isaac's favorite son. Beer brand discontinued in 2010. Washboard parts. One paying for a full price ticket, perhaps an adult, maybe. Usually adult tickets are full price. Life story. Life story. Steve of Battle of the Sexes. Oh, another what some people think this puzzle's image represents. Gosh. Counterpart of down. Abbreviated. Down. Across. Okay, as in crossword clues. Billy Ball. So Billy could be a Billy goat, and ball could just be like a cry. So it could be something like ba. Just a sec in a text. Be right back, like that. A rabbit? Oh, I think I've seen this image before. Steve Carell of Battle of the Sexes. Sounds vaguely familiar, like a movie that he might have been in. Nickname of the Love Yourself singer with the Love Yourself. Is that Barbara Streisand? Like, is it the Barb? Is that a thing? I don't think so. Wrinkly fruit again. That one was prune. This one does not look like anything. Maybe it's not Steve Carell? Maybe that's not how you spell Steve Carell anyway. Actually, I think it has 2 L's. Maybe it's like that? Oh, another wrinkly fruit is an ugly fruit. Okay, fine. Maybe this is a ma, not a ba, because this looks like it's going to be an ambiguous figure. Maybe this is Beeb, the Beeb, Justin Bieber. Okay, fine. Life story could be a bio. Washboard parts. Oh, abs. Washboard abs. Okay, not a literal washboard. Fine. No name. Obscure could be. Bud Ice was maybe discontinued in 2010. Good riddance. Isaac's favorite son, I guess, is Esau, and UK home is Europe. Home meaning just the continent in which Europe is located. A sporty convertible, another name for that could be a roadster. Great service provider could be Acer. I don't really know why that has to be, but sure. Put out. Put out. I mean, I want something like omit. It doesn't quite put. I don't know a sense of put out that means omit. Keeps you in the dark. This could be shade, but then what is this? Sun blocker. Sun blocker. What do we want there? Sun blocker. Okay, I think this is a duck, because I remember this duck rabbit thing happening. Do I have enough of the... So if I connect the dots, connect the puzzle's letters alphabetically from A to B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. This must be a K. L, M, N. Okay. Is this Saks? Like Saks Fifth Avenue, that kind of thing? Social media, this could be. What sun blocker? Why can't I see this? It keeps you in the dark. A visor. Oh, high school teams, junior varsities, JVs. Okay. It keeps you in the dark. Seth. Put out. Edit. Emit. A mask. Keeps you in the dark. Like just Seth Mars? That's not a thing. Like this? No. I mean, there can't be a rebus here. That doesn't make any sense. Emit is right for sure. J-date must be right given everything else. Visor is right. Sax, I'm not totally sure about. It keeps you in the dark. What kind of mask? I mean, this really seems like it's gotta be late night host Seth. Like, this really seems like it's gotta be a vowel. Right? What's an E mask? Okay, anyway, let's take a look here. So, this thing, I remember this thing actually. And oh, I mask. There is a rebus just in that one square. Interesting. Because that's the I of the okay. Was that letter circled before? I'm gonna have to refresh the puzzle and check because I don't remember that one being circled, and that would make sense because it only asked you to connect the circled squares. So okay, so you had to know that this was gonna be a rebus, and I just don't know. Usually I've never seen a rebus apply only to one square. I've only got a few minutes, so I'm going to go quickly over the rest of the theme here. So the main revealer here, image depicted in this puzzle by connecting the circled letters alphabetically. So that's just the outline of this duck rabbit thing. Image in this puzzle is an ambiguous figure. Some people think it represents a duck. Some people think it represents a rabbit. I think it's not an especially apt representation of either, but there you go. So other than that, we had some really good wordplay, I would say. Let's see here. Muff or fluff got me like I've sort of vaguely recognized that muff is a synonym for to muff something up like that. But fluff I have not heard. That's new to me. It's a good bit of trivia for St. Elmo, after whom St. Elmo's fire is named. This one got me for a while. Junior varsities I had in my head, but I didn't realize that JVs was a common abbreviation. There's a bunch of really good paired clues. So this one, it keeps you in the dark, and where's sunblocker are kind of not exactly paired, but they're crossing sort of similar themed clues. We did have let's see here. I thought we had wrinkly fruit. We had a pair of wrinkly fruit here, ugly, and here prune. And then there was also remember, I think there was one more, but I can't find it now. Yeah, that's okay. And what other wordplay? Washboard parts for washboard abs for sure. What else? I gotta look up haploid because I don't know what that means. This is a really fun clue for a fairly common entry. I still don't really understand great service provider here. Acer, I think, is just a manufacturer of computers, but maybe they do something else that I'm not sure about. And some like kind of loose clues like bad time for Caesar and one paying full price for a ticket. Not exactly wordplay, but you have to make a few connections in order to get this. get these things. And always fun to have the beeb in here too. Anyway, that is our puzzle for Wednesday, November 12th. Did manage to do it all on my own, though I didn't quite understand this final square until it was filled in, and under 15 minutes, so happy about that. And always fun to see family collaborations on crosswords. So Brad and Nicole, father and daughter. Nicole's first byline for a New York Times crossword. Congratulations to her, and a really fun implementation of a bit of a cultural moment, this rabbit duck thing that happened a little while ago. So that is the solve for today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to know when I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you the next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Bye for now.